Okay, good. Push. Yep. And once more. I feel that my initiation requires more than just my name and what I do. Meaning. You have to make it hard for yourself. Make it as difficult as you can. I feel that to effectively engage the crowd, you have to be a little self-deprecating and have to sort of show a little frailty, a little vulnerability to sort of invite them into my arena. Because it's my arena, and I'm inviting them into my arena.
Your strength has been building very nicely over the past 13 months, and it's time now to start pulling the showmanship aspect into it. How you're presenting your feat to an audience, how you're coming off to the people watching.
I met Chris via the internet. I figured Pennsylvania's not too far. I gave him a call, gave him a contact, and we got in touch.
I was at home one day in my office, my phone rings. Here's this guy calling me from New York, telling me that he wants to be an old-time strongman. I haven't seen Chris speaking in front of a large crowd yet. I don't know what his comfort level is gonna be out in front of a crowd.
I remember the first time Chris said something like, "You ought to consider doing shows." I was like petrified. I mean, it was like, you know, becomes more of a reality. Then it becomes a necessity. And then you develop an interest in wanting to bring this to the world, bring some sort of message to the world. But in order to do that, you have to be able to somehow get up in front of a group of people. Chris, I brought 5/16, 7D, I think, and I brought a couple of 60D, heavy-duty 60Ds.
Okay, let me see this.
Heavy duty.
Good, good, very good. Stay on it. As it's moving, it's heating up. You're generating the heat in the piece from bending it. Stay on it. Because when it cools back down, it gets work hardened.
These are the St. Croix. That's here. You got these. I like these. These are a good shoe. I like these. 2FBDC. This is number 3 light.
It's a St. Croix 3 light rim.
Try to break them up here.
That grip. When you did, there you go. Yeah, get a hold of it. Just like that.
Okay, I see how you
Drive
have one
that
end.
down in, lock that down in, and then wham! Everything's driving into this lever.
There's no feeling like feeling that steel give. Ah! The first inch, the first little bit, and you know you got it. It's just nothing like it.
That's good. Good job.
When you learn to bend steel, it feels like you can overcome almost anything.
When we're setting up to do the bend, always think about them looking at us and how they're going to see the bar. Okay. Look at your foot positioning. Keep going. Keep going a little bit more. Now, I'm the audience. I can see what's going
You
on.
see the
I
tail
can
end.
see the bend. I
Feet
can see it
position
coming
is the
around you.
same, but I just
It's
rotate.
the same, but you just rotated.
Right.
Now the crowd can see what you're doing.
Right.
They're there to see a show. Much better. They can see your face. They can see your arms straining. Big pull. Good job. There it goes.
This is nearing the point past 90 degrees. I'll get to the point where I'll close that.
Yep.
That's bent.
It's only fitting that with Chris being a New York guy, that we get him ready to go out and perform at one of the great connections to the past. Coney Island, Warren, Lincoln Travis, the Mighty Atom, they all performed out there. And there's the nostalgia in the air. You can feel the connection.
I have always associated a strongman with Coney Island. That's a part of Coney Island history and has been forgotten about. That's something I don't want to see completely disappear. It's going to be a very different place in the summertime. Bull-neck guys in bathing suits and beautiful women in bikinis. Guys that think they're strong. What's Coney Island without a strong man? Steel is hard. They build bridges, they build buildings out of it. It holds up, it's sturdy. There's something very simple, something austere about it. It's you against the metal. Human beings weren't meant to bend steel. Yes, hi Sandy. I'd like to place an order on some hot flat press steel. 106.50, and shipping would probably be another $50 on that, I'm sure, right? The pain in my hands, it just feels like there's a lot of pressure. Actually, after a while, you kind of like the pain. Because if you don't like the pain, you'll never be good at it. Anybody can get strong. Yeah, you see, these are tougher. See, they don't even bend just normally. It's a good nail. It's a very good nail to work on. How did I become aware of Slim the Hammer Man? I know him to have unusual strength. If there's a door or a barrier to that superhuman strength, he's certainly that gateway. No one can even come close to the feats that he does at 76.
Hello, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Storm, 5.
Maybe I'll sneak right
Five.
Don't start this crap.
How are you?
Because of his unusual talent, he's come to be known as the Hammerman.
I cut stone here for about 20 years, and after a while I get quite good with a hammer.
After supper, Slim heads for the garage and his makeshift gym where he works out until exactly 11 o'clock. Religiously, he goes alone and locks the door behind him because the garage is not just a gym, but virtually a temple dedicated to his strongman idol, a short Jewish immigrant named Joseph L. Greenstein, better known for decades as the Mighty Atom.
No, they're right down there.
Now this is a picture of the Mighty Atom here. And he looked like he was getting a little bit ancient at that time. 76.
I mean, look at these old pictures here. That's the shoes that Adam wore. This is the suit that he wore at Madison Square Garden. Well, I have, I guess, just about everything that he left. Okay. Neil! Help! Yep. Yo! Okay, that's it, boys.
Woo!
No. When you're going on stage, know in your head you're the best thing that's going to hit that stage. Because if you don't feel it, the audience damn sure won't feel it. I mean, you got to go on there with a certain amount of confidence that oozes out onto the people. And I don't know if I have it or not, but that's what I try to project.
I've, up to this point, kept my training routine somewhat private. I don't know that they view bending steel as a particularly productive way to spend your time.
the way he handles himself, he does not want an audience. I don't know if he's fearful of an audience. I know when he used to swim on the Douglaston Club swim team, I was never allowed to go there. I'd say, gee, I could stop by and say, no, you don't bother.
I don't think we ever saw him do any karate.
I never saw him doing any karate. He's a very personal person. He is himself, and he doesn't share it too much.
I always thought that I would be important or significant. And I wasn't sure at what, but I knew that there was something out there.
Is it a permanent professional career? Who knows? I doubt if there's that much substance
well,
to it.
how can you know?
We don't know.
I have no doubt that he would be able to do it. Now, will he do it? That's, who can answer that?
You mean he might get up there and then say, I'm not doing this? Is that what you're saying? Because,
no,
not at all.
No. I think he would do it and then walk away from it.
Yeah.
Because that's what he's always done.
I've lived in New York for all my life, 43 years, but I don't feel like I belong here. There has always been a part of me that has felt extraterrestrial. This is a very private part of my life. When I'm bending the steel, I feel like I've entered a different world. I feel like this is home. I feel like I have been relocated to a spot where I belong. At this moment in time, I have very little attachment to anybody else. It moves. Because that's when it's talking back to you. I don't have a whole lot of relationships with other people. Period. Minimal. I suppose I'm nice enough and courteous enough, and I get along with people that I need to work with. But I don't. I'm not interested. I'm just not interested. I find getting involved to be sort of onerous. I find it an effort. It's an effort that I really don't want to make. And I don't have to make that effort here. I'm having a relationship with a piece of steel. I get out of bending this steel what most people get out of personal relationships.
Well, when something becomes such a part of your life, you know, you think about it in the morning, you think about it all the time, you think about it in the afternoon, it seems natural that if it's the last thing you think about when you go to bed, it probably would be on your mind and you probably dream about it. I mean, as a matter of fact, I had an interesting dream the other night that I wrote down. I was on Coney Island and all the legendary strongmen were there. Louis Sir, Warren Lincoln Travis, Eugene Sandow. Chris and I were a team, and we were throwing darts at them. They were indomitable, unstoppable. I called for help, and an army of people appeared. They tried to subdue the strongmen. The mighty Adam. He looked as if he wanted to tell me something, but then he just disappeared. This is the baby. This is the one I want to bend. This is 2 inches, 30 inches long by 3/8, shy of half an inch. I feel I've been defeated by this, and I'm absolutely determined to beat it. I feel like it's laughing at me. Maybe I'm not training hard enough. I'm quitting too early when I'm trying to bend. I'm not always going 5 seconds longer. And that's what it's going to take to beat this bar. All the people training me are concentrate on building strength and they enjoy the activity, but it's always mixed with the show business. There's always it's a cake with show business in it. And for me, I'm there for another reason that I can't touch. And show business is ancillary. I'm there to prove something.
Right up, right up, right up. Oh, good job. 3:15 on the bar.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to now introduce Mr. Chris Ryder. Chris Ryder.
Everybody come on in close. As Tom said, my name is Chris Ryder. I'm a professional performing strongman. I go internationally, put on strength exhibitions, demonstrations of things that you would see in places like Coney Island, in Galveston Beach, Texas, vaudeville days, traveling circuses and carnivals. There you have it. Another great old-time strength feat is tearing a deck of cards. And I've got one of my students with me. Let's hear it for Chris. This is his first public showing, so we're going to see what Chris can do with these cards. Come on, Chris. There they go. Come on, Chris. Let's hear it for him. Come on.
A lot of people perform very naturally in front of people. I haven't had a lot of experience doing that, so the impact of being in front of people will have an effect.
Now I'm going to bring Chris back up for one more and see what he can do to this pipe wrench.
Hit it!
Hold it up. Nice job.
Good job, man.
Thank you, I appreciate that. The biggest thing that you want to focus on and pay attention to when you're performing for people is, especially at the end, like the pipe wrench. If you noticed, every time I was done doing a piece, there it is. Let everybody see it. Same thing with the pipe wrench. Or whatever it is that you're doing, hold it up. Let people see what it is that you did.
I was trying to figure out a way to handle the crowd if I experienced a failure. Then I said there can be no failure, and if you think there's going to be a failure, there will be a failure, and you have to get it out of your mind. And so all these psychological games are going on. I have to get used to the fact that the energy has to go into the object I'm bending, not into worrying about the crowd.
And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3.
Freaking kids can't do crap compared to us freaking seniors that have been smacked.
Did he have a nail that he bit in here?
Well, how are you, man?
172.
Yeah, I'm probably 178. Oh my God.
We're going to start doing the inductions in 2 minutes. We need everybody to get into the auditorium.
Okay, this is Dennis Rogers, very close friend of Slim the Hammerman.
People come up to me all the time and they say, hey, is he still strong? I said, well, last year at the dinner, Association of Old-Time Barbell Strongman dinner, at 76 years old, he still did a double hammer lever of 53 pounds. So anyhow, without further ado, my friend, my mentor, and my second dad, Slim the Hammerman.
Now we're going to ask the mighty Adam, Joe Greenstein's sons, Jerry and Mike, to come up.
Thank you all for coming today. Growing up as a son of the mighty Adam, a teacher asked me, what does your dad do for a living? And all the kids answered, a plumber, a carpenter, an accountant, whatever they asked. And I said, My dad bends nails and bites chains. When he was in vaudeville, somebody brought a chain to him to break across his back. It was one of these thick railroad chains. He worked for 8 hours. The audience had long left the theater. His back was torn to ribbons, but he broke that chain. But if he decided that he was going to do it, he did. And that was it. He did it. That was the mighty outcome.
That's the nail he bit with his teeth. That's the hammer. There it is right there. See? Right there.
Nice. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Pour into it. There you go.
There you go. You got it.
That's good right there.
There you go.
Good job. One of the things you got an advantage for, you know, the thing that made me well known as a strongman is my size. And, you know, I was about 148, about 147, 148 when I got real popular, you know? And that's what gets people. If any time that you look normal to a person, that's when they're going to be most amazed. I've named pretty much everybody. You don't have a name yet.
I don't have a name
I'm
yet.
going to get you a name.
Yeah,
Let me think of a name.
Think of a name.
I'll think
Definitely.
of a name for you.
And I'll keep that name.
I'll think of a name. Trust me.
Right now, what separates me from greater things in life is that bar. This bar successfully bent will be a step towards a much more fulfilling life. A life which I previously avoided because of public performance and fear of interaction between other people and judgment. Once I bend this bar, there will be no judgment. That's about it. Perfect. Can I do it? Can I not do it? Right now, there's a hook in me. There's something, I don't know if it's real or if it's psychological, that is sort of not giving me enough leeway to get out there. And I can't chop through the chain to get away from it. The pitch changes. It's almost, it takes on an animation when I touch it. It seems like I'm coaxing some sort of behavior out of it. I wish you could hear that.
Coney Island, the world's greatest fun frolic, with its beach miles long, all peppered with people, the place where merriment is king.
It's just starting, so hurry, hurry, look 'em over the lady without a head.
Blondes, brunettes, and redheads. But Coney Island's greatest invention is the Frankfurter, for it was here that the hot dog was born. Zowie, it's Coney Island caviar.
Every personality that wouldn't fit in anywhere else should come here. Really. Everything that's slightly odd, magnify it 10 times and it's concentrated here. And that's what makes it such a special place.
Here it is. The guy looks just like, or very similar, to the mighty Adam.
As a matter
bending
of fact,
a
I
bar.
have to tell you, he looks just like him.
Bending the bar around, wearing Adam's cutout boots, a leopard skin, the big bar into a coil.
Live on stage in our air-cooled and comfortable auditorium.
This is it.
The world are you waiting for?
Let's go in and meet Adam.
Our next show.
This is Chris Ryder.
Hey.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Good to meet you.
Welcome to Coney Island.
We love it.
How is everybody today? Great. My name is Chris Ryder, and I have my apprentice, Chris Schoeck, with me. We're here meeting with Adam today about bringing the strongmen back to Coney Island. Everybody see okay? Watch between my hands. I just go right through the whole book at one time and tear it right in half.
Yeah, it's stiff.
Whoa, it's very heavy. Wow.
Oh, there's a bit. Oh,
good job.
Oh, God.
Listen to that metal crackling.
It is ridiculous. Oh, how could he do that?
Good job. Anybody want to give this a try? All right. This is the toe. These are the heels.
All right.
And the horseshoe is going to come right down here. Right there.
Okay, and just squeeze it.
Yep, squeeze. Squeeze, pull, and push.
Yeah, no way.
Right on the side of my leg.
Oh, man.
That's it. And here's where the pain comes in. It's gotta be flat. So what's everybody think? Think it's time for strongmen to come back to Coney Island?
Yeah, this is gonna work. This is good. I'm fascinated. I'm just like in awe. I'm loving this. All right, so we got to talk about putting a show together.
Yeah. I've got a few other of the top guys interested in coming in and doing a collaboration.
Cool.
We're going to start a club called Steel Nuts and try to build it up, get more guys involved. Who knows, 4 or 5 years from now, we could have 30, 40, 50, 80 members, who knows.
Yeah, you take it up. Come on. I got a hard one. Come on. Nice. Jeez. He went through it like 5 seconds. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Ready? Go.
Go.
Take your finger on it and you push. Continue to push, push hard, and it'll bend, okay?
Sure. It bent.
If you can bend that in your teeth, that's an impressive bend. Now set your mind, find a good spot of what you want to do. Anything?
No.
Set your mind. Picture yourself doing it first before you do it. It's already done in your mind, okay? It is done, it is finished. When you put it in your mouth or when you pick a bar up, it's already done. Don't give in. Push hard. Push really hard. How is it?
It's mangled, but it's not bent.
Now here's the thing. I know you can do it. You don't know you can do it. So I think we should go outside, leave you in here for about 10 or 15 minutes. You think about what you're going to do, talk to yourself, set your mind, and then do it.
I got it. I chipped my tooth, but I got it.
Oh, yeah.
It's bent. I chipped my tooth, but it's bent.
It is.
I had some doubt, and it chipped. But there's my tooth. That's part of my tooth.
Excuse you.
Yeah. Yeah, look at this. Come on. It's a long way to Long Island City, man.
Stop this. 8 people.
Nice. There is so much more stuff in here. You have definitely been working. You ready? Nice.
That
very nice.
That 2-inch bar is not that far away.
No,
that's only a quarter inch. That's only 1/4 inch.
That bar needs to be attacked with ferocity. You need maximum effort deployment on that piece of steel.
Ferocity.
You need focused ferocity. Focused.
Right.
Focused not only in the training session, but in your thoughts leading up to the training session.
Right. If a weight was on something that you loved more than anything, how much strength could you develop at that moment in that life and death situation to lift that object? It's incredible. But when you bend steel, you learn to summon that inner strength at any moment. The limiting factor is the mind.
We're heading down to a place where we're going to watch some other performers go in and do their thing.
Okay.
What I want you to do is study their performances.
Okay.
Watch what they're doing. Watch how they approach the audience. Then take from that, pull things into your own performance.
Okay.
And your approach.
This piece is called Tune Your Beeper. A yodeling yokel is a hit. You ought to be the role model to every joke that is a snit, a brainless shit who is a simp.
What the hell am I, man?
Gee whiz, I can make out my own handwriting.
Have you ever noticed like adding bitch at the end of any sentence makes everything funnier? Ever noticed that? Like, happy birthday, bitch! Today, 10,000 people died in Libya, bitch.
So next up, it's his first time here, I believe. Please welcome stage Chris Schoeck.
Okay,
Chris.
Last time I was in one of these places, it was filled with smoke. You know, I can't even smoke in them anymore. What am I going to do? Horseshoes? Anybody think they can bend it? Do we have a heckler at the door? Get your ass in here. Oh, we got a big one back there. Think you can bend this? Want to have a look and see?
I don't.
Okay. Smart. Okay. Is that bent? That looks like that's a horseshoe. Somebody has to be able to do something here. Come, Marty. Come up here and have a look. Have a look and see. Somebody, one of you guys. Somebody that has a date over there. Want to see if it's real?
Inviting hecklers,
Everybody in here sit
it's kind of, it can be off-putting to the audience. It was fine up until there. It's great effort, it's a great bend, it's a great feat.
Yeah.
That no one could see.
Right.
Perfect. Perfect. Nice hold up for the bar.
Come up here and have a look. Have a look and
That looks like a good horseshoe for
somebody,
me.
one of you guys. Somebody that has a date over there.
Major problem. Major problem. Does anyone want to try this? Not who's here with a girlfriend. I'm gonna make a fool out of you in front of your old lady.
Come on, don't you have the guts to come up here and just try it?
Oh my God. Nuh-uh. That's not gonna get you invited back to places.
Back there? How do I bend it?
There we have it.
In all of its glory. The mighty Adam. It's like he's connecting with you. Telling me that it's a little bit foolish to be afraid of that bar. And I feel like I have an absolute obligation to bend that bar. It's like there's somebody looking over me, telling me that's not how you should behave. And to be really good at bending steel, you have to have his solid, his kryptonite soul, his spirit. He showed what a small man can do with a solid mind.
Expect to see a camera from me shortly.
Okay.
Because you need to be videotaping all of your training now. Everything needs to be recorded and everything needs to be played up as if you're in front of a real audience. Think about it, what it is that you want to portray in your show. When we did the Open Mic Night the other night, there was absolutely no direction to that show whatsoever.
Right.
None. The crowd had absolutely no idea who you are, what you were doing, or why you were doing it. And at first, it seemed like you didn't know why you were either. The first thing that came out of your mouth when you got up in front of people was, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. If you're going to be an entertainer and a performer, you need to get this worked out. So I want you to sit down and write out a script.
All different sort of emotional reactions, suspicion. This guy's a one-eyed motherfucker. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chris Schoeck. I'm a strongman, and I hope to give you an equal performance to some of the other folks tonight. We've had magicians, We've had musicians. I want to assure you that what I'm doing is not magic. Although you may think I'm a comedian telling you that I'm a strongman at 150 pounds. In the strongman culture, there was a certain barrier to entry, and that usually was the 60 penny nail. I have brought, a handful, 5 or 6 60Ds. It usually takes about 300 pounds, 300 to 350 to bend. There you have it. I'll need the audience's help on this one. Come on, people, let's go. I need your help. Oh, somebody snuck a telephone book in here. There you go. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed it very much, and I'd like to be back again. You need just a little bit of levity in it. So that's where I could polish that area where I have the phone book forgotten about. And then I see it, and I realize, oh, I've got one more thing to do for you. Because many people in the audience are just gonna think that phone book just happened to be there. You know that. But I think today was pretty well animated. I think there was something good to go by. This is my mother,
Hi.
Julia.
Nice to meet
How
you. Nice to meet
This
you.
is
Ben Check. This is Chris Ryder.
Hello, sir. Nice to meet you.
And this.
We're also basically the same.
Chris?
Yes.
When you were a kid, did you ever go to Coney Island?
A few times, yeah.
Did you ever see the strongmen perform?
No.
I guess what we're trying to do is to bring this back. And I think that's something, I think that if done very correctly, it could be a very good business.
Yeah, but how do you do that?
Are you gonna check the cake?
Yes. I mean, how do you keep the appeal going?
Isn't it a little like the magician racket?
No, it isn't like the magician racket. Well, in some ways, it is like the magician racket, but
very few
we
guys.
have the same grab, but it's real. That's the thing. When you see some little guy like me get up there and bend some serious stuff.
Okay, go ahead.
Show us.
We'll show you. Does that look tampered with?
I don't know enough about it to tell, but it looks real, yeah. Okay.
Now, I'm going to be doing a show on Coney Island, and it's going to be a big show with probably 6 guys, and it's going to lead up to sort of my official entree into this world. And there'll probably be a lot of people there. So, would you guys like to come? I'd like very much if you guys came. Whew.
Take it slow, get your breath back.
Today we're feeling a little bit defeated. We need something to build confidence. People in your life can really destroy you if you let them. If you let them. I just don't have any energy today. I just don't have the energy today. I can't do it.
I'm going to perform for you traditional acts which were performed on Coney Island between 1880 and 1910. So allow me to share a bit of my world. Your participation would give me a nice sense of human connection, which we all need.
All human beings want to hold back. They have something in them, this governor, that keeps them from being the best that they can be. The successful human beings in life will push past that. They've learned to just, go to incredible lengths to not let that hold them back. They've learned how to destroy that, and there is no ceiling. There's no conscious ceiling. Now, a ceiling to a person like me is your body just says, I've had enough. It shuts down for you. Your mind doesn't shut down. Your body just makes you stop. And that's what Slim taught me. That's when your body just fails and your mind is still saying, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it,
Oh!
Made it all
I
right.
did. Yep, I sure did.
My next guest is pound for pound, and this is real, okay? The strongest man in the world. Please welcome Dennis Rogers.
Oh my goodness. He's made of steel, and he's gonna pull off a stunt with these Harleys you gotta see to believe. Watch the world's strongest man make TV history once again.
You want to be unassuming. You want to go out there and people look at you and just say, what the heck's he gonna do? They can't imagine any kind of power is going to come from you. You want it even to when they announce you, the people are chuckling in the audience.
Okay.
Yeah. I would use the name Wonder. Chris Wonder Schoeck. They wonder what he's going to do.
Jennifer, nice to meet you. Brittany, nice to meet you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris Wonder Schoeck, and I'm an old-time strongman. So we're going to do it on 3, all right? 1,
2,
and
3.
We wrap them a certain way, not so that it lends anything to it, but I'm really trying to wrap away or get rid of all of my inhibitions, all of my feelings of self-doubt. What I do, I grab them like a jar, hold it, And down.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Thank you for providing this venue for me. Thank you. Thank you very much. Did you enjoy that?
I did enjoy it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know what I was going to see.
You've never seen it before, right?
No, I haven't seen it.
Nice meeting y'all.
Bye.
Thank you.
Take care. All right. I thought you did very good.
Thank you.
Okay. There are some things that I would strongly suggest that you change, but I watched their reactions and they were really impressed. So I think you did a good job.
I think you did all right. It's not the best that I've seen from you.
Okay.
He's not going to be you. He's got a weird thing about him that's going to sell him, and here's what it is. Man, I saw this little guy bend this steel bar. This guy, you would never, ever, ever believe that he could do that. Never. So you see in that point what I'm saying? Take him as different than the rest of us. I can't think of another strongman like him. That's why I like the wonder thing. I wonder how the heck this guy does what he does. Look at Opie Taylor bending steel bars. Have you bent 2-inch wide material before?
No.
So this is the first 2-inch wide.
This is the first 2-inch.
Get your head right. Okay.
It's not going.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. You gave it your effort. Now you're going to set it down.
Here's the thing that we talked about before, too. You've been experiencing a lot of newcomer gains. You can't expect to be making 1/4-inch jumps every month. It doesn't happen.
It's just too much for him right now. As far as Coney Island, you're not going to do that bar in a month. But it still can be a goal, a long-term goal, you know?
This is perhaps the largest struggle of my life. All my life, I thought nothing of myself. I thought very little of myself. And I never really had very much to support or to make me believe that there was something very powerful and good in me. Drinking played a major role in my life from a very, very early age.
What age is that?
Oh, certainly before 13.
Wow.
Drinking consumed my life for 10 years. I got rid of the alcohol and I did everything I could do to stay in a little isolated world. What reinforced it were the lack of certain social skills, lack of ability to adapt, and that compounded.
You're in the breaking free stage.
You know, when I started it, I never thought that doing anything public was in the cards. So I never considered it. But the steel, even if it hadn't been brought public, gave me a lot of growth. But that additional step to do it in front of people and receive their approval, that's when things really kicked off. The confidence, anyway, started to kick off.
You feel like, man, I'm in this and these guys understand where I want to go, and you feel like you're knitted with them. And that's what he's feeling right now. That's why he's so excited about this. He's discovered something in himself that he never knew was there, and he sees others who have discovered this, and he sees them at different levels, and he can see the path where he's going to go. And I know that's why he feels so good about this community. It's a family to him. Schoeck, Wonder, come here. I want to give you something.
The process is difficult to describe. Bar bending is difficult to describe. Jump into ice water and stay in there for as long as you can. And when you think you're gonna die, count to 10. Hold your breath, and when you think you're gonna pass out, go for another 20 seconds. That's how you feel. I was a little disappointed that Dennis commented that it most likely would not happen. However, I believe it is possible that I bend that 2-inch bar for Coney Island. This is what I want to put out in front of the crowd. Oh, we had no idea.
What's up? Let's check out the theater here.
Because those two are off stage, the announcement comes.
Which is why on one hand, I wouldn't mind sort of really condensing. So they'll do, let's say, 2 to 3 things and all.
Nothing is thrown out, you know. This is not the one.
Ah, here it is! Here it is! Here's the case! Here's the case! Here is the case! That is the case.
You'll bring that back or what?
No, I am appropriating this case. I'm assuming you're not going to use it again. Okay, bye.
What does that mean here?
I'm assuming, unless you're going to go back to work for a while. I don't know, maybe.
I don't know.
Listen, so the 29th is the day of the show. There'll be a front couple of seats reserved for you.
And what are the times?
I'll let you know in plenty of time. Are you that busy?
29th? Okay, 29th.
All right, good enough. We'll see you. Bye, bye, bye.
Sometimes you notice things in people that are very close to you, and they're there, but you really don't, you hope you're wrong. And I can't say it, but there's somebody that's been very close to me for a long time that I feel is rooting against me. And every time I look at that crowd, it almost saps me of a little bit of energy. And it's almost like that person is looking at me, getting ready to point the finger saying, "See, I told you you'd fail at it. I knew this was going to happen. Why didn't anybody ask for my advice?"
Ragged Phonograph program. You're listening live on EastVillageRadio.com. I am Mike the Barber, every Friday bringing you original ragtime and popular music from the first quarter of the 20th century. In the studio, I got strongman Chris Wonderscheck and Coney Island Adam Realman. Welcome, boys. Welcome, boys.
Hey, thank you, Mike.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you're looking forward to our extravaganza on Coney Island on the 29th.
Just bracing for this hurricane here, and hopefully we'll have good weather on Monday.
All right, so when did it hit you to say you gotta put together something?
We meet out at Coney Island. I meet Chris Schoeck, Chris Ryder, and at that moment it was like this, the stars have aligned.
I see a fence. I wonder if I'll be able to bend one of the bars. I see gorillas in a cage. I wonder if I'll be able to. I could bend it. I see handcuffs. I wonder if I could break them.
Got me all excited. We gotta see some. We gotta see something.
He's going down for the bend. Puts it right up to his chin, squeezes.
Without delay.
And unbelievable. It's done.
It's done.
That's it. What was
That's
that? 5 seconds?
If that. You got to see it to believe it, folks.
You feel the heat on that.
I do.
It's still warm.
I do. Talking about the Coney Island Strongman Spectacular happening this Monday down at Coney Island. And speaking of Coney Island, let's go to the Philadelphia cop turned vaudevillian with a big hit he had in August of 1907. It's an Andrew Sterling and Harry Von Tilzer tune. Mariuch, make it a hoochie macooch down at Coney Island.
I feel much bad all the day. I told to my Mariuch, she gone away. When I saw that steamboat leave, I wasted much of time when I got in.
We're doing a strongman event down here. We have an old-time strongman event. Old-time strongmen coming back to Coney Island, right down here on Coney Island. Strong guys. Strong guys. Come on out.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good evening, 72 degrees. It is raining. I'm Susan Richard, and here's what's happening. Hurricane Irene is on the way. She lost a little power, but she still has enough strength to force a mandatory evacuation of the coastal areas of New York City, New Jersey, and parts of Long Island. And AccuWeather says the worst part about Irene will probably be the rain. 5 to 10 inches are expected.
There will also be massive beach erosion and coastal flooding on Sunday. Winds 60 to 80 miles per hour, wind gusts on Long Island up to 100. Widespread flooding, wind damage expected, major coastal flooding and beach erosion, extensive power outages likely. Overnight low tomorrow night 70, high Sunday 76. On Monday, it'll be as if it never happened.
You know, I was reading the other day, Moby Dick, that very powerful preacher, was talking about how when man goes out on the sea, he is convinced he's going to be able to battle and lick the sea. But there's one lesson the sea has to teach us, and that is humility. But I realized to beat this bar, I have to be the sea, and it has to be the Pequod. I'm going to have to be the storm that's going to bend this bar. That's what Coney Island's going to be. It's sort of, it's going to be a rough sea, and I'm going to be the weather, and the bar is going to be the ship, and it's going to be fighting me. But the storms are relentless.
We got Stanley's suitcase in this box yet.
Sit down, Pop. Get out of the way. How about that?
Really, thank you all for coming out and bringing this here tonight. I hope we get a crowd, and this is going to be, I mean, this is really like a groundbreaking show. All right, that said, thank you, everybody. Let's rock.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, guys, we got to get the order set.
Okay, there it is.
I got to do them back to back too.
Hey, you know what? Just to make you feel better,
the stuff here that I haven't done in 6 months, and I just knocked it off like that, all right? So.
Have you ever failed in front of a group of people?
No. You'll take the energy from everybody here.
That's how I feel. I want to absorb it, beam it up on stage. That little extra oomph will give me that triumph.
You got the support of your brotherhood of strongmen.
I feel it. I feel it.
It's better than being alone out there and never doing it. Now you're here, everybody.
I feel it.
Okay, we're opening the house.
Knock them out.
They are real, they are alive, they are on the inside. They are the strong men that have fought back Hurricane Irene. Today only at the Coney Island Strongman Spectacular.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just take your time, do things the way that you've trained, the way that you know that you can do it. You'll be fine. Everything will fall into place.
Now, you folks want to see a strongman show? Are there people? I said, do you folks want to see a strongman show? Well, we have got one for you, Mr. Steve Weiner.
It's making sure that everything comes off crisp. I hope.
Did your parents come?
I don't know if they did. I haven't looked.
That's a good bar. That's a damn good bar.
It's going to take every ounce of strength I have to knock that off. After that...
Well, you know what tonight is your night, though. I know that. I know it. I know. Give it all.
What's Danny's going to do with this penny? He's going to bend this with his fingers.
My partner in crime, the guy that helped me produce this Strongman Spectacular right here. His feats need no introduction, but he does. Let's hear it one more time for Chris Ryder!
Good evening, folks. My name is Chris Schoeck, and I'm an old-time strongman. I'm interested in doing things that were done around 1880 to 1910 on Coney Island. I would like to start with something that was done on Coney Island probably, forever, tearing playing cards. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Many guys enjoy breaking structural steel or bending it. It happens to be my passion. Right here I have a piece of 1 3/4 inches wide by about 3/8 inches thick, 30 inches long. Come on, somebody come up here and have a look. So you can bang it, you know, give a push on it. It looks straighter than when I gave it to you. This bar has been sitting on my wall for 4 or 6 months. It's been doing nothing but tormenting me because the difference between that bar and this bar is only 1/4 of an inch. This is 2 inches of structural steel, 30 inches long. I've never done this before, so I'm really going to need all of your support. And my 2 biggest fears as a performer are crowds, unfortunately, and obviously the fear of failure. So I have both of them right here. Possibility of failure, entering the unknown, and obviously a crowd. So when I leave tonight, after this selfish moment, I hope that both those fears are gone. Those are fears that have held me back all my life. And I hope it doesn't have to go back up on the wall straight again. I'm going to hit this thing with everything I got. That's about all I got, folks. You made me feel like a champ. I hope I did my job as a performer. But tonight, the only limitations I have are my own. And I was getting ready to quit. And something said, don't quit 5 minutes before the miracle. And for me, the miracle occurred right now. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Woo! I cannot believe that. Woo! I cannot believe that bar went.
I've entered a different arena. I've entered the arena that's appropriate for me. I found a hole that I fit into without any gaps. Friendships have come out of this process that are truly very, very strong and unusual, and probably will always be enduring. It's an ongoing journey. That's what it's about. That's what this whole steel bending, that's what we're about. We're about continual progression. There were things in my life that were problems. Now those problems have become challenges. I can just feel there's a difference in me.